Mi Antani, mi wile pana e sona pi Toki Pona tawasina kepeken tempo lili. I'm Yantani, and this is Toki Pona in 18 minutes. Toki Pona is a small constructed language made by Canadian linguist Sonia Lang, or Jan Sonia, in 2001. It was designed to simplify thoughts and communication with around 120 words and a tiny grammar. In this video, I'll cover all of Toki Pona's grammar, but not vocabulary. I'll put broad translations on screen, so even if you're unfamiliar with specific words, you'll still get a gist of the rules. Let's start with interjections. Interjections are simple words or phrases we say to point out something. Toki is the most common one, pointing out that communication is happening. This is a pretty common way to greet people. Kamo Pona is common when someone joins a space, pointing out that a good arrival has happened. That's a relatively common way of welcoming someone. Interjections can be anything you want. If I see a bird fly up to my windowsill, I might yell, "Wasoha." Li. The most basic sentence in Toki Pona has a subject and predicate separated by li. The predicate indicates a state or action that involves the subject. In the sentence soeli li tawa, soeli is the subject and tawa is the predicate. The subject is performing the action of the predicate, which is moving. In the sentence yan li pona, the predicate pona is instead describing the state or identity of a person, that the person is good. However, if the subject is mi or sina alone, then li is dropped, so you are new isn't sina li sin but rather sina sin, and I'm eating wouldn't be mi li moku but mi moku. E. After the subject and predicate, you can specify an object of an action with e. In the sentence mi moku e kili, the vegetables are directly affected by me eating them. In the sentence ona li pali e tomo, the tomo is affected since the subject creates it. Any content word can be placed anywhere in the sentence, so the predicate word can also be a more abstract thing like pona. In the sentence sona li pona e lawa, the mind is affected by knowledge applying goodness to it, so this can be interpreted as knowledge improving the mind. The application of the predicate word to the object can also be in a literal physical sense. In sina luke e soeli, you're applying your hand to the animal, which could be interpreted as petting the cat. The predicate might not always indicate a change to the object, but instead some stimulus the subject receives. In yanli lukine kala, the fish aren't affected by people seeing them, and in mi sona e nasin, the nasin isn't affected by my understanding of it. Semantic spaces. Toki Pona words don't inherently contain any information about number or tense, so the sentence mi pali could mean I work or I have worked or we will work or we used to work. In addition, each Toki Pona word inherently covers a larger set of ideas than most English words. The word mama can refer to a mother, but also a father, parents, an ancestor, or anything that takes care of something else, like a babysitter, or even a tree that bears fruit. The set of concepts that a word covers is often called that word's semantic space. For example, the semantic space of lawa is any part of something that controls the whole. That could be the head of an animal, a person's mind, a boss at a workplace, or even a set of rules. Modification. Modification can help us specify what exactly we mean when we refer to something. Modifiers always come after the word they modify. Yan Lili could refer to a small person, like a child, and my house could be tomo mi. You can add more modifiers to specify more information. Yan Wawa could refer to a powerful person, and Yan Wawa Mute could refer to many powerful people. Modifiers group from left to right, so this is specifically many powerful people, not a very powerful person. To change the modifier order this way, we can use bi. Now Yan Bi Wawa Mute can refer to a very powerful person. P is important whenever you have more than two words in a phrase. Tomotelo nasa refers to a tomotelo, which is nasa. A tomotelo could be a restroom, so this could be something like an unusual restroom. On the other hand, tomopi telo nasa refers to a tomo which is related to telo nasa. Telo nasa could refer to a drink like alcohol, so this could refer to a bar. Keep in mind that P doesn't translate to of. Modification in Toki Pona already expresses that. Sona yan could be the knowledge of humanity, and saying sona pi yan would be ungrammatical since P must always have at least two words afterwards in order to be useful. There's also a special modifier, or not really a modifier, just a sound, a. It can be used to add emphasis to something, like in the sentence moku ni li pona a, where I'm emphasizing how good a meal was. It can also be used to express a general emotion, like a mi sona. Names. Names in Toki Pona can only be modifiers. I'm not Tani, I'm Yan Tani, the Tani person. Names are typically changed from the languages they're taken from to fit Toki Pona's phonology. This is often called Toki Ponization. To be as accessible and easy to learn as possible, Toki Pona only has 9 consonants and 5 vowels. The consonants are pronounced as an English speaker might expect, except J makes a y sound. The The vowels are never silent and are always pronounced the same way, like in Spanish or Japanese. Toki Pona's syllable structure is very strict. Each syllable can only have one consonant at the start, must have exactly one vowel, and may end with N. The initial consonant of a syllable is mandatory in every syllable but the first, so two vowels can't be next to each other. Syllables starting in wu, wo, and yi are banned since they sound too close to u, o, and i, and t is banned because many languages don't make a distinction between t and c. The sequences n, end, and n, m can't appear in a word because they're also hard to distinguish for many languages. The first syllable of a word is always stressed, so the word soeli is never soeli, and the word kalama is never kalama. Proper names are the only thing capitalized in Toki Pona, so sentences will never start with a capital letter. And finally, names should follow what people call themselves. That means that Japan could be called something like Ma Nihon or Ma Nippon from its endonym. Germany could be something like Ma Tosi. Prepositions. Prepositions allow you to specify additional information about the sentence as a whole. There are only 5 prepositions: lon specifying where something happened, tawa specifying the direction or target of something, tan specifying the origin or cause, kepeken specifying by what means something was done, and sama specifying how something is similar to another. Prepositions always go at the end of a sentence. Onali moku e kala can mean she eats fish. Where does she eat fish? Onali moku e kala lon tomo. You can add multiple prepositions. How does she eat fish? Using utensils, kepeken ilo. You can also omit the predicate word entirely, and the preposition becomes the entire predicate. Kala li lon telo can mean the fish are in the water, and mi tawasina can mean I am towards you, which is often translated I am going to you. Prepositions don't always function as prepositions. In nili ilo tawa, tawa is just a normal modifier expressing what kind of ilo this is. This is a moving tool. That might be a car or crutches. You can modify this to specify that these are my crutches, and tawa won't necessarily function as a preposition here too. Now this sentence is technically ambiguous, since it could mean something like these are my moving tools or these are tools for me, but it's rare that this is a real problem. Conjunction. You can add more predicates to the subject by repeating li. Soeli li moku li lape can be translated as an animal eats and sleeps. Conjunction with mi and sina varies. The book Toki Pona, The Language of Good recommends that you split the sentence in two, but some speakers prefer to use the extended li style where you can add a li without the first one. This can be ambiguous since Pona could technically be modifying mi, but this ambiguity is almost always resolved by context. You can add more objects to a predicate by repeating e. In the sentence yan lipana e kili e telo tawasina, a person gives both kili and telo to you. To add more objects to a preposition, you guessed it, just repeat the preposition. In sitelen ni li sama mi samasina, the drawing is both like me and like you. En separates multiple subjects. In the sentence akesi and pipi li anpa, both akesi and pipi are low. Importantly, English and does not necessarily translate to en. En only separates multiple subjects, and repeating other markers should be used for other parts of the sentence. Last is anu. Anu replaces a particle and corresponds roughly with English's or. In soeli li moku anu lape, the animal is either eating or sleeping, and in yan lipana e kili anu telo tawasina, someone is giving you either fruit or water. O. Replace li with o to mark a sentence as a wish. Suno li lon can mean something like light exists. Suno o lon would then mean light should exist, or more poetically, let there be light. The subject can be omitted from a sentence with o, in which case the sentence is addressing the listener. The predicate can also be removed, making a sentence into an interjection addressing something. If the subject is mi or sina, o is simply added, like mi o weka ini, which can mean something like we should remove this. Questions. There are two primary ways to form questions in Toki Pona. First is x ale x, which can be used to form yes or no questions. X ale x literally means x not x, which is a common construction in many non-English languages to ask yes or no questions. Yanli moku e telo is a statement saying that a person drinks water. Yanli moku ala moku e telo is a question asking whether or not someone is drinking water. To answer the question, repeat the predicate word of the sentence to say yes, and to say no, you can reply with a word in ala or just ala on its own. The second way to form a question is with seme. Seme can be translated as what or which, and it simply asks the listener to fill in the blank wherever it is in the sentence. In the sentence nimi sina li seme, you're asking the listener to fill in what their name is. This can be more naturally translated as what is your name. To this, I'd respond with yantani. In sina pilin seme, seme is modifying pilin, so it means something like you are feeling in what way, or more typically, how do you feel? Seme can be combined with anu to form a more soft yes or no question. Onali palie ni anu seme literally means he made this or what, but it can be interpreted as more of a tag question, like he made this, didn't he? Note that question marks are just stylistic. In Toki Pona, adding a question mark to a sentence might indicate its tone, but won't affect whether or not it's actually a question. The word structure or presence of seme conveys that instead. Pre-predicates. Pre-predicates are a specific set of words that can go at the start of a predicate, changing the meaning. They're often also called preverbs. First, let's take a look at what they mean normally. Wile refers to wants or desires, ken refers to possibility and ability, kama refers to arrivals, awen refers to keeping something in the same state like waiting or protecting, sona refers to knowledge, alasa refers to searching, and lukin refers to seeing. As pre-predicates, wile refers to a desire to do or be something, ken to the ability to do or be something, kama to becoming, awen to remaining to do or be something, sona to knowing how to do something, and alasa and lukin both mean trying to do something. Alasa isn't used as a pre-predicate in Toki Pona, the language of good, but its use as one instead of lukin is very common. Let's focus on the pre-predicate meanings. Pre-predicate words go after li and before the original predicate word. Soili li lape says that an animal sleeps, and soili li wile lape says that the animal wants to sleep. Note that lape is not modifying wile here, but wile is changing the meaning of the predicate as a whole. Onali pali e ilo says that someone makes tools, and onali ken pali e ilo says that it's possible for them to make tools. You can also chain multiple pre-predicates. Yanli awen alasa pona says that the person continues to try to be good. Like with prepositions, words that can be pre-predicates don't necessarily have to function like them. Sina kama pona could mean you become good, with a pre-predicate kama, or you arrive well, with pona modifying kama. In general though, the interpretation of a word as a pre-predicate will be clear based on the situation you're in. Numbers. This is the whole Toki Pona number system. You get words for 1, 2, many, and all. If you want to get really specific, Toki Pona has another number system with more number words. Just put words next to each other and add them. This way we can count 1, 2, 2-1, 2-2, luka, luka-1, all the way up to luka, luka, 2-2 before mute, mute-1, up to mute, 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 luka, 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 2-2, then ale, ale-1, and so on. We can also mark order with nanpa, which on its own refers to numbers. Kala tu-1 refers to 3 fish, and kala nanpa tu-1 refers to the 3rd fish. Note that this is a special grammatical construction, so you don't need p here to change the order of modification. La. La is one of the most powerful words in Toki Pona, allowing you to add context before a sentence. It says that the part before la is the context in which the rest of the sentence occurs. This illustration by Lipamanka helps illustrate that. The most general translation for this in English is something like in the context of X, Y. In the sentence tempo pini la mi lape, the sentence mi lape happens under the context of tempo pini. Tempo pini means something like a finished time, which is the past, so this sentence means that I slept in the past. In the sentence tomo ni la yanri moku, the sentence yanri moku happens under the context of the tomo, so this could be interpreted more naturally in English as people eat in this building. In ken la ale lipona, the idea of everything being good is happening specifically in the context of possibility. This could be restated as it's possible that everything is good, or even shorter, maybe everything is good. Likewise, in lon la sina wawa, the idea that you are good is happening in the context of truth, in the context of reality, so this could mean something like truly, you are strong. In pili mila pipi lipona, the sentence that bugs are good happens in the context of my feelings. This could be interpreted as in my opinion, bugs are good. You could say the same thing without pilin too, since you're saying that the statement is only in the context of you. The context before la can also be a sentence. Mi wile lape la mi lape says that I sleep in the context that I want to sleep. This could be interpreted as when I want to sleep, I sleep, or if I want to sleep, I sleep, or I want to sleep, so I'm going to sleep. Any of these interpretations are valid, but in context it can be clear. In the sentence sina weka la mi pilin ike, the act of me feeling bad only happens under the context of you leaving. This might be interpreted as whenever you're away, I feel bad, or if you leave, I'll be sad, or you left, so I feel bad. Using multiple sentences. Toki Pona lacks recursion like in English, where we can nest sentences inside of other sentences, so we often split more complex thoughts from natural languages into multiple sentences. If I wanted to express the thought that I see a person who's eating fish, I could split up the sentence to say I see a person, they are eating fish, then expressing that in Toki Pona as mi lukin e yan, ona li moku e kala, or the other way around, yan li moku e kala, mi lukin e ona. The English sentence I want you to become good has a thought referencing another thought. We can split this up into I want this, you become good. In addition to letting us talk about things we can point at, ni also lets us refer to the idea of another sentence. In this case, this might be translated as mi wile e ni, sina kama pona. Using ni like this is very common. Note that the colon here is only for readability and doesn't change the meaning of the sentence. Replacing it with a period works just as well. In fact, Toki Pona has no strict punctuation rules. For example, many people choose not to use punctuation like question marks, since you can already tell if a sentence is a question by its structure and the words in it. Ala. Ala, while also meaning nothing, works as a negator. Mi pona means I'm good. Mi pona ala means I'm not good. This is important since ala can negate prepositions and pre-predicate words. Mi lon tomo, I'm in the building. Mi lon ala tomo, I'm not in the building. Mi wile lape, I want to sleep. Mi wile ala lape, I don't want to sleep. This is slightly different from mi wile lape ala, which implies that you still want to do something, it's just not sleeping, whereas the first one doesn't have this implication. This isn't normally super important, but be aware that both are possible. Taso. Taso can mean only or alone as a modifier, but at the start of a sentence it can mean something like but or however. In cielo mi li wile lape, taso mi wile ala lape. Taso marks a contrast between the previous sentence and this new sentence. My body feels sleepy, but I don't want to sleep. Sometimes people treat kin the same way as taso, where it can be used as a sentence starter, meaning something like also. Others will use kin with kin la meaning the same thing. Last but not least is writing systems. Toki Pona has tons of different writing systems. The most popular one is sitelen lasina, which is just the Latin alphabet you've seen throughout this video. There's also sitelen pona, which is a logography with symbols for each Toki Pona word made by Jan Sonia. This particular font was made by Lipamanka. Many people learn sitelen pona alongside learning Toki Pona's vocabulary itself. Sitelen sui or sitelen is a more complex logography and alpha syllabary made by Jonathan Gable and featured in the book Toki Pona, The Language of Good. Because of how simple Toki Pona sounds are, there are tons of writing systems out there based on existing writing systems in various languages, and many completely original writing systems for the language itself. Thanks for watching. This definitely isn't a complete guide to using Toki Pona, but it should have covered pretty much all of the grammar you'll see in use. Of course, the best way to really start picking up the language is to interact with existing speakers and others that you can get feedback from. In the description of this video, you'll find a link to a Toki Pona Learning Discord server, with directions to tons of resources and a supportive community I hope will guide you through learning the language. Nila mi pini e toki.